Hi everybody, just wanted to give you a walk around of the homestead again. I just got home from work and I'm gonna walk you around the chicken coop. I put the chicks outside to get familiar with the other chickens. And the sun is bright. It's a nice day out here. The view goes all the way out to the lake. Mr. Rooster is very upset right now. And the chick's sitting up here. Here's the kitty cat. What are you doing, Copper Girl? Copper Girl. She likes playing in the wood pile. Well, the reason I wanted to make this video today was because I have been thinking about my garden and I'm excited for spring of next year, but everybody was talking about the fall gardens and I really never got around to it. Hey Stanley and Quincy, there's the boys. So I'm gonna take you a walk around the garden. I made this path. I've been working on it. It's a little bit in the works, so that's our entrance to the garden. And I have that is a grape right there, and it's gonna grow all the way around the arch. It's pretty empty right now because we pulled everything out from the summer, but I still have a few things growing in the garden. So I have my strawberry patch, and most of these strawberries they came from the Roop Street house. Anybody that knows me knows I used to live in a little small house on Roop Street. And we had them in the garden there, and I've transplanted them out into pots, and then I transplanted them here, and they did really well. I believe this year I need to give it water, but this year I planted 6 more plants, but I believe it's the second and third year they do better. The longer they have them, you have them in the ground and they sprout more and grow, the more fruit they put off. So hopefully next year I'll get a lot more fruit. We had a storm this year in July. It was like 4th of July. We had a storm and it destroyed our garden. So this one, I have onions and garlic, and I have some horseradish growing right in here. This whole corner has horseradish in it. There's another little one right here, but that's all I've gotten sprouted out of it, but it is a fall time, so I'm not gonna worry about it until next year. We'll see how it goes. It's just a root, and then it has foliage on the top of it. And my mom gave me that. She ordered it, and she gave it to me, so I planted it. And I have onions and garlic throughout this bed. Eventually, I would like this bed to be asparagus and artichokes. So I have right here, right there, those are artichokes, and I planted them this year. I started them from seed in the house, and then I planted them out here after my onion was done, but then more onions sprouted up after we pulled our onions. And I have asparagus in here, but I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little asparagus there, and I don't know if it's gonna survive. I gotta get some water out here. So we'll see how this bed goes, but this will be here all year long. Let me get my shadow out of this. I have a grape. All these hoses hanging on the fence line are drip lines, so we hang them up after the end of the year so that they won't get water and freeze. But we have grape growing down here, and it dies off in the fall, so it doesn't look too happy now, but hopefully it'll be back next year. We'll see. And this right here is mint, and it seems to be doing good, and it's a perennial also. It'll come back every year. In fact, I don't even know if this will completely die off. Maybe when the snow comes. We're supposed to get snow next week. We'll see. We'll see how that works, but it was a huge plant. It's beautiful. I had some flowers here. They've all died off. And this right here is blueberries. We have blueberries in this corner. And that one is gone to the fall time. So all of these flower beds I want to extend probably a few more feet, and I want to add another one right in here. So I'll add another flower bed, or sorry, a raised bed. And this is a berry bush. I have raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, and boysenberry. I don't remember what that one is. I know the one over in this corner is a raspberry. Every corner of the garden has a berry in it. And I will take you over there. We had beans all along here. I didn't get to finish pulling them, but I need to clean that out. Here's another berry bush. I want to say this one is a blackberry. The one that I just showed you, I think, is a boysenberry. We had sunflowers growing along here. Those are all done. We gotta pull those out. It's been a busy fall, so we really haven't had time. This is the bush that has done the best, and it's a raspberry. It even had, not a volunteer, but it grew up from the roots, another sprout. So hopefully all of that will come back next year. I had some sage, let me get my shadow out of there. Had a sage bush in here, Russian sage, more flowers. I'm gonna plant all my flowers outside of the garden next year. We're gonna circle the garden with as many flowers as we can do. Sunflowers are gonna go outside, perennials are gonna go outside. That is my compost pile. So hopefully we'll have some compost to put in our garden for this next spring. But that's the garden. And a beautiful view from the garden too of the lake. That's Honey Lake out there. This over here is all the Wimples pumpkin patch. Yeah, they have a good pumpkin patch in October. All of October is concentrated on the pumpkin patch, and that's what they do. They grow pumpkins, and they have a corn maze, and they have a little snack bar, and that's about it. And that's the garden. I also have some herbs planted out here and some more perennials. I got lavender I want to do lots of perennials. I have things that will come back every year. And this one has some herbs in it. I believe this one still has mint in it, has some dill. And this is rosemary. Yeah, so rosemary, dill, and mint there. I have some more that's some lavender and lavender. And I have some more herbs over here in this one. And that's some more rosemary. There's thyme in that. Oops, there's thyme right there. I had cilantro there, more mint, and this was dill, but nothing is really looking happy in this pot. So I might need to give it some water or maybe some fertilizer. And that includes my little tour of our garden. And next year, when in the spring starts, I'm gonna start starters in the house. And when they're ready to be put outside, I will bring them out and plant them. And I think that I'm going to film most of my garden next year so we can keep track of what's going on. I have 3 apple trees, 1, 2, 3. I have a plum tree right here. There's Stanley. And the tree that was here died. I have a peach here and a peach there. And I have a plum, no, apricot there. Apricot. And I have cherry. And I have a Asian pear, which is that apple pear. Quincy. Hey, buddy. And there's Stanley, because nobody could talk to Quincy without Stanley being there. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of fruit next year. And we'll see how it goes. You guys give me any suggestions, any videos that you'd like to see, updates. I'm gonna work on doing different films and see how it goes. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.